Acts of Kindness Foundation recognizes February 17th as Kindness Day in 2020 and February 16th through 23rd as Kindness Week. And whereas this year marks the 25th year Moorestown as a community is acknowledging the profound life-enhancing role that kindness plays in our lives, including kindness to ourselves, each other, and our earth. And whereas one of our highest goals in Moorestown is to build and maintain a welcoming, fair, and just community for all who live, work in, and visit our town. And whereas kindness in the form of neighborliness and respect produces a peaceful community that is a desirable place to live and learn, meet and greet, shop and dine. And whereas kindness supports an environment where people can respectfully collaborate, discuss differences, and handle conflict with positive outcomes, strengthening unity throughout our town. And whereas to foster this goal, our commitment to growing kindness will continue throughout the year with ongoing intention and attention, developing new ideas moving forward. Now therefore, the Township Council of the Township of Moorestown in the County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, hereby proclaim the year 2020 as a year in which we continue to deepen and expand the power of kindness and urge every citizen to perform daily acts of kindness.
I do have a couple of remarks. So first of all, thank you so much, Mayor Gillespie and Council, for your continuing support of this commitment to kindness. I noticed as we pledged allegiance to the flag that we spoke of our commitment to liberty and justice for all, and how beautifully kindness supports that. There's a story that touched my heart so deeply 25 years ago that I'd like to share it briefly with you. And that was this. In 1995, I heard about the work of Bryan Stevenson in an article that he had written for the Washington Post. And some of you may know that he has since written a book called Just Mercy, and it is now a film starring Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan. And it was my recommendation for Academy Awards, though not nominated. So in Bryan's story back in 1995, he spoke of his work. He had been an intern for death row inmates after graduating from Harvard Law School. And he was from Delaware and went to Alabama for this service. And there was a particular inmate to whom he was assigned who had, there was no remaining legal recourse that could be done to prevent this person's execution. And so Bryan went to the prison to be present. And we'll call him Curtis. Curtis shared with Bryan that morning the guards had come and offered him cigarettes and newspapers. The warden had come and said, "What would you like for your final meal? You can have anything that you want." The chaplain came to pray with him, and Bryan Stevenson was there with him. And this person Curtis reported that he had received more kindness on that day of his life than he could recall in the rest of his life put together. A couple months later, I was looking through a magazine and I saw an ad for a grassroots kindness movement. And I was touched so deeply by the fact that this individual had fallen through the cracks. There had been no champion for Curtis, nobody rooting for him, nobody believing in him, nobody seeing the gold that was inside this individual, as there is in every individual. And so I determined that I was going to do whatever I could to help expand the experience of kindness to keep people from falling through the cracks. And fortunately, the ad was about the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation. It was an 800 number that I called blindly, and I agreed to be a community coordinator. And one of the few things that seemed possible in January of 1996, with Valentine's Week being shortly thereafter, was to ask for a proclamation of kindness from a local representative. So I contacted Walter Moss, and he issued the first proclamation 25 years ago. So we're back recommitting, as we have every year, to doing what we can to expand kindness. And as as Victoria and Lisa shared, there are acts of kindness that are happening all the time in our community. And what else can we do? So the timing is so interesting with, so three of my heroes are Abraham Lincoln, whose kindliness and humor we still love today, Fred Rogers, whose movies, the documentaries and movie about Fred Rogers remind us of the preciousness of people and that emotions are mentionable and manageable. And Fred Rogers would say, if someone was crying, he wouldn't say, don't cry, he'd say, go ahead and cry, I'll be here with you. So as a mental health professional, someone who specializes in emotional well-being, I invite every one of us to take a stand, to recommit ourselves to whatever we can do to give a smile, to do something kind every day, including kindness to ourselves, most importantly, because when we're not in integrity, we don't feel kindly toward ourselves. We beat ourselves up. So for the 4th of July, this past summer, the theme was America the Beautiful. So our little team of paraders passed out placards. We carried placards and passed out information that said, color America beautiful with the power of kindness. How can America be beautiful without kindness? And on the back is our wheel with the 20 segments that identify aspects of kindness. So I have one for each of you, dear council members, and I'll share this. And I'm pleased to represent you with the township schools next week as I visit. Lots of beautiful activities are happening as they do every year in our public and private schools.
Thank you. Happy to have you doing that. I need to get my other proclamation from Manila here, but I wanted to thank you for being so dedicated to this.
Yes,
sorry about that. That's my fault. And being so persistent with this, we really appreciate it, and I appreciate your work with the schools as well. So